All right. Let's get started. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I know some of you have requested if you could go online, and that is a possibility, as well as some of you are still making sure that you're staying safe and well. But anyway, we'd like to start. We have a few announcements. First, we have our Kinesiology Club. Where are they? Let's give them a hand. Hey, here they are.
Hello, everyone. Well, this is a special announcement, and this is a project that we are collaborating, the Kinesiology Club and Enactus. Tell us what it's about.
So, here's what it all goes to. So, Enactus and Kinesiology are the ones doing it, so I'm really excited for that. So, all proceeds from the 5K will go to support our friends in Ukraine, and we are in contact with an Adventist organization that's being able to help us do that. And to register, you just text 4144, keyword SWAU run. The prices are $15 for students and $25 for the community. And the first 100 tickets will get t-shirts and participation medals.
I think the most important part is about the giving part, right? Even if you don't run, you can still donate. You can still be able to donate to this cause. So we encourage you to, even if you don't run, to go to and text and just give whatever you can give, because this will make an impact in somebody's life.
So sign up, guys, and tell your friends and members of the community that you know.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, if you guys are short on your registration fee, it's $15? If you're short on your registration fee, just come see Dr. Santos and I, and we'll try to make sure that you guys can race, because it's a wonderful cause. So, if you are short on that and you'd like to participate, come see Dr. Santos or myself. All right. The next announcement is from our student association. For our event that's coming up Sunday evening. Where's our SEA? Ashlyn and Jaylee.
Hey guys, so just one last time, and I want to invite you to our mimosa that's going to be happening this Sunday.
So this Sunday is mimosa, and as you know, that we also have food vouchers for y'all. So with the food trucks at the Clyde Warren Park, so what y'all can do is starting from, I believe, any time? 5 o'clock. Dean Tay says 5, we say 5. At 5, and you can get your food from the food trucks. You can enjoy the park. It's really nice. It's a really nice park. And then just meet us at the museum at 7.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure that you guys come out and you can still get your tickets. We sent a link through email. We have it on Instagram, and also there are QR codes around the school, so if you still don't know how to get your ticket, you just make sure to keep a lookout for that. And also don't forget you can still participate in the Mimosa Proposal Competition to win a free ticket if that sounds like something that would be really fun. And also, don't forget to fill out the survey for the Mimosa Awards so that we can see what you guys all think and give out the awards at 7 at the museum. You have to be present to accept your award. Thank you. Hope to see you guys there.
SA's putting a lot of time into this, so I'd like to give these ladies a hand and all our other SA members. Let's give them a hand. Okay. Also, just to reiterate, the food truck. The food truck is available pretty much, I think, till 8. But I am only going to be giving out food vouchers till 6:15. So if you are not there between 5 and 6:15, you're eating on your own. We're not doing this mimosa stuff where people come in like at 9 o'clock and wait and think they're going to get served. It's not happening. So tell your friends, tell your dates, tell your wannabe dates, tell your make-believe dates, whatever you want to do. Just let them know that if you want to eat on our voucher, it's going to be available from 5 to 6:15. You have to get your voucher by then. You can stay as long as you want, but I'm leaving at 6:15 to go help at the banquet site itself. So just keep that in mind. Don't call me up and say, where's the food? Because I will tell you that you're on your own. All right? Sorry to be mean, but I'm mean. All right. Is Sing here or is Sarah here for our Saturday night event? Is anybody here? Well, come on. Hey, let's give him a hand. Let's give her a hand. Okay, Miss Sarah.
Hi, SWAU. How are you? Great, excellent. So this Saturday, we are having an event at Wharton Auditorium. At 8 p.m., we will be premiering the movie that Sing, our friend Sing here, was starring in, and it's called A Thorn in the Center of the Heart. And it is a Christian action film. So I hope you all will make it there at 8 p.m. this Saturday. And there will be refreshments offered afterwards. So let your friends know, and I'll see you there.
Well, we have a full-fledged movie star in our midst, so we want to see Sing participating in it. And our last 2-minute drill is going to be, I believe we're going to have Mr. Braxton Molina. Where's Braxton at? Is he here? Come on, Braxton. Braxton is going to give us an announcement here.
Hey, Southwestern. So, in attempts to raise money for my business, I am trying to provide value to Southwestern by creating a few little knick-knack things, right? So this right here is the SWAU logo, 3D printed, which we have custom made. And if you'd like your abbreviations and stuff, we're gonna have a sign-up link that's gonna be sent through text, okay? And email. And then there's this thing, which is even cooler. And I was using it as my updated business card, which is essentially, it's called a NFT. And it's like an updated QR code where you take your phone and you just open it up, unlock it, and then without a camera or anything, you can pull up your website or anything you desire. So I can code these for y'all if y'all are interested. There's going to be a sign-up sheet. And again, this is an attempt to raise money for my actual business, which y'all will see soon with this. So yeah, anyways, sign-up sheet coming soon.
So you just make a business card off of that?
Yeah, it's like I basically just made my business card and then linked a URL.
Okay, I'm interested. All right, thank you. Thank you, Braxton. All right, so we're going to get started now. After all, I think that's all the people that want to make announcements, right? Is someone asking somebody out to Mimosa right now? They need to make an announcement? No, they're okay? Okay, that's good. We're good? If someone needs to get asked out, stand up if you need a date. You okay? Everybody's good? You three men need dates? Oh, you're sitting down now. Okay, that's good. That's wonderful. All right, we're going to get started here. Today's assembly brought to us by our counseling department. Mrs. Dory Cruz. Where's Miss Dory Cruz? Let's give her a hand. Is Dean Ann here? Dean Ann here? And Mr. Hazelton. Is Mr. Hazelton here? All right, Miss Dory's here. And then we want to get started, but we are going to we have our special guest here that's going to talk to us. And I know you guys saw the thing on the TV monitors talking about internet etiquette, safety, and cyberbullying. So that's what we're going to open up our discussion with today. But before we do that, I'm going to ask Professor Santos if he'd lead us up in prayer, and then we'll turn the time over to Mrs. Cruz. Oh, here's Dean Ann. Let's give her a hand. Yeah. All right. Here you go.
God is good all the time. Amen. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the blessings you have given us for this beautiful day, O Lord, for these beautiful students. They want to engage with you in everything they do. They want to put you in first place. Stay with them. Always bless them and always guide them. Today we want to learn more about the internet, how to keep it safe, and how to keep growing and using this instrument for your glory. Stay with us. Give us this knowledge, and thank you for being our God. In Jesus Christ, amen. All right, Ms. Cruz.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome. Glad to see you all. We have asked Detective Evans from the Keene Police Department to come and talk to us today about internet safety and cyberbullying. Thank you.
Good afternoon. How are y'all? That was a little weak. Good afternoon. How are y'all? Good afternoon. That's a little bit better. Joe, just wake up. Seriously? All right. So I've been asked to speak on cyberbullying and internet safety. Who all has social media? Everybody in here, right? As far as, you watch YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or is Facebook for older people? No? TikTok? Okay. I'm trying to get y'all a little bit more awake so I can. No? Nothing? All right. We're just going to get on to it. So if we can go to the first slide, guys. I'm sorry, the second slide. I guess I could introduce myself. I'm Detective Paul Evans. I work for the Keene Police Department. As far as what all I do, I'm assigned to criminal investigations, but I also do the department's background investigations for whenever we have new officers come in. So I'm the one who looks through everybody's background to make sure that they meet up to our standards. As far as also, I'm one of the department's instructors and defensive tactics instructor. So what is cyberbullying? Does anybody know? Man, y'all are still asleep. Any bullying done through the use of electronic communication device, which includes telephones, computers, cameras, email, instant messaging, social media, or websites. Cyberbullies can be an individual or a group of people that prey on others to humiliate, embarrass, and insult them for their own gain. Did y'all know that cyberbullies actually don't consider themselves bullies? No, they think that their victims deserve what they're being done. Have y'all heard the term keyboard warrior? We deal with it a lot, don't we, in this day and age? Next slide, please. So this is for, you can watch your friends, okay? This is for signs that somebody's being cyberbullied or bullied in general. Abnormal changes in their mood, such as worsened depression or heightened anxiety or fear. They avoid you. And they avoid different activities that they used to love to do. They don't want to use their phone or computer. They're nervous or agitated every time their phone rings or beeps. And then extreme sleeping behaviors. But I guess if we sleep super late, I guess that's not that extreme. See, we're waking up. We're getting there. All right, next slide, please. So, negative effects. Cyberbullying is associated with symptoms of social anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations, low self-esteem, low in confidence. It can take place at home. When online, the bully follows you everywhere. You can't escape from it. It has taken away the ability for you to be safe in the places that you normally would have. It can be anonymous. Online aggressors often hide behind their screen names, keyboard warrior, so they don't have to identify who they are. Next slide, please. So here are some statistics. These are kind of a little bit outdated, not by much, but individuals who experience cyberbullying at some point in their lives have more than doubled from 18% in 2007 to 37% in 2019. That's a lot. That's a big difference. Over 60% of students who experience cyberbullying reported that it has impacted their ability to learn and feel safe at school and at home. Students who experience any form of bullying are nearly two times more likely to attempt suicide. And that's why suicide is the second leading cause of death for individuals ages 10 through 34. Approximately 1 in 5 people in the U.S. experience serious mental health concern, yet only 20% seek help. So this goes, watch your friends. You know each other to a certain extent. Y'all may have some best friends, really close friends that go to school with you, or even in your personal life. Just watch them. And if they are seeming off, don't be afraid to be that friend, to have a conversation with them. Be that shoulder when they need it. Next slide, please. So we're going to get into consequences. So with me being a background investigator, I go through the officer's social media, anything that they post. Did y'all know that whatever you post now belongs to whatever social media platform that you're using? You post a picture, that becomes Facebook's or Instagram. There are people that this has ruined their life from a mistake or something that they posted 10, 20 years ago. Well, maybe not 20 years ago. Back when Facebook started becoming a thing, like 2009, or even, I found MySpace. Does anybody know what MySpace is? Or, nope. Okay, I'm calling my age out here. All right. So consequences. Online impersonation. A person commits an offense if the person, without obtaining other person's consent and with the intent to harm, defraud, intimidate, or threaten any person, uses the name or persona of another person. That's a third-degree felony. A person commits an offense if they send an electronic mail, instant message, text message, without obtaining the other person's consent, or with the intent to cause the recipient of the communication to reasonably believe that the other person authorized or transmitted the communication, or with the intent to harm or defraud any person. That's a Class A. So you're still going to get jail time. And then I'm going to get to how we can find out who you are. Because just because you're hiding behind a computer doesn't mean that you're hidden from the rest of the world. Harassment. A person commits an offense with the intent to harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, or embarrass another person. So you get somebody that calls you or sends you a text message over and over and over again. That's a Class B misdemeanor, unless they've been convicted of it once before, then it's a Class A. Still a misdemeanor, but if somebody is doing that to you, most likely they've done it to somebody else before. Next slide, please. So, all digital data is collected, stored, sold to companies or criminals, and it is permanent. Every search, comment, purchase, picture, tweet, share, snap, like, and call is recorded in your digital profile, saved forever, and it can't be deleted, even in incognito mode. Just because you're on private, you're searching the web, you can still see. It still becomes tattooed in the internet. So I don't say that to scare you, but rather instruct you and open your eyes as to what you say can hold an impact for the rest of your life. Schools, jobs, military have rescinded offers to people. There is a person that worked their entire life, 10 years old, and they wanted to become a lawyer. So where do you go when you want to become a lawyer? Anybody? Anybody know what school? Harvard. So it became this person turned 18, about to graduate, and they are applying to their top 3 schools. Harvard being the number 1. Well, Harvard sent them a letter saying that you've been accepted. But later on down the road, Harvard is doing a background check, and they find, I believe it was a tweet that occurred 10 years before. And they took away their offer. So they no longer were allowed to go to Harvard, but not only that, their 2 other top schools sent them the same letter. So they were banned from going. So 10 years of working hard and making straight A's down the drain. All because you wanted to say something bad about somebody else. And that's what it was. It was a tweet that you were talking, that they were speaking poorly on somebody else. So, what do y'all want to do with the rest of your life? I'm sure y'all are going to school to have a career, correct? Thank you. Well, I'm seeing a whole lot of blank stares. I don't know why I'm going to school. I just come here. You got to be careful on what you post. Now, don't go home and start deleting stuff, because again, even if you delete it, somebody like me can find it. It's never deleted. It is still there. Believe me, it's still there. I had a conversation with an officer, and they had posted a picture years ago on Facebook. And they deleted it 13 hours after they posted it. So I had a conversation with them. It's like, what's up with this picture? And they tried to lie. They said, what are you talking about? That's not me. And what it was, they were underage and they were at a party. And they posted something that was not polite or smart. And so they wanted to lie, and they said that wasn't, I never did that. That's not me. And so even after I turned the computer around and showed them, they still wanted to lie. So do you think that person got a job? They did not. I got a phone call because all of us background investigators, we know who each other are. And so we contact each other, and they wanted to know why we rescinded our offer. And so once I got the release, I could release that information. And so that person, again, didn't learn from their lesson, and they weren't honest, because people make mistakes. That's the one thing that we do perfectly, right? We make mistakes. But the thing is, you need to own up to your mistakes and be honest about it. Because if I ask a question, most likely it's because I already know the answer to it. I just want to know if you're going to be honest. So again, they didn't learn their lesson. They didn't advise that there were some issues with their past. So they didn't get that job either. So you need to be very careful with what you say to people. Even if you don't say a mean comment directly at them, even if you just post it, did you see that person's hair today? Something like that. That could be an issue. That would go against your moral and ethical compass, correct? If you're trying to be a good person and a good employee, right? Good grief, I'm just boring, aren't I? Man. I thought you were asleep back there in the back. All right. Anybody have any questions? Come on, I'm at the end of mine. Go ahead.
How are you able to find a tweet for about 5 years ago? Do you have like a system, or you like something? I mean, I'm not interested in it. I'm just curious how you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard your question. Now everybody's awake. I like that. I really can't tell you. No, I'm kidding. We have a search engine. that we use, and I can just type in your name, and it'll pop up everything. Pretty scary, isn't it?
There's no expiration date?
There is no expiration date. It is a tattoo. You know, tattoos, yeah, you can get lasered removal, but you still see the imprint on it, right? So you can still delete it, but you still see the imprint. So it's still there. So it never goes away. As long as the internet is still on there, you know, that's how they're able to catch, you know, child predators or predators in general that did stuff back in the 90s. You know, when the internet was just becoming a thing with dial-up. Anybody know what dial-up is? It's super slow. But at the time, we were like, oh, this is awesome. This is so cool. But yeah, now you know, everybody's spoiled with high-speed internet, and you know, you can get something just like that. Any other questions? Yes. Oh.
What kind of career paths utilize this kind of search engine where you would have like a background check for that kind of thing?
Everything. Did everybody else hear that question? Everybody over here? It'd be nice to see some head nods, especially in the back. Guy with the ball cap. I didn't mean to call you out like that, but. So her question was, what companies utilize that? And that's everybody. Anybody that they're going to pay you a salary, pay your insurance. If they are going to put a small investment into you, they would be foolish not to do a background check. They want to make sure that you're a good, trustworthy person, because you may move up and you may move into accounting at that company. You may not be geared towards that, but that's how they look at it. You may be dealing with their future. So yes, they will definitely do a background check. McDonald's, fast food, they do background checks on their higher up managers. And really, just because they do a background check and you get hired, that doesn't mean that they can't go back and look, because there's what's called audits. I love audits, because then I get to redo a background on somebody and make sure they're clear. Just like with officers, we get our criminal histories ran twice a year. Make sure that we didn't get arrested and we didn't tell our department, hey, I got arrested for this, or hey, I got a speeding ticket. Even speeding tickets, if we don't tell our department, we can get in trouble. We can get fired. And that goes for, anytime you're in a business and you're driving a company vehicle, and you get pulled over, even if you're not in that company vehicle, because you're on that company's insurance, you need to let them know. Be like, hey, I got pulled over, in my personal vehicle. This is the reason. It turned out to be a warning, but still, you want to let them know, because that's still going to get ran every time, because that officer, he's running your driver's license. And so that's going to get a hit. So that's a good question. Any other questions?
Is it a good time to report cyber harassment? Like sometimes, like my ex is calling me too much, and I'm like, No, I'm not going to answer. But when is it time to actually like take legal steps, you know?
That is a fantastic question. So, if it's a felony, 5 years, you can wait. If it's a misdemeanor, like harassment, 2 years. So I wouldn't wait too long. But with harassment, I'm going to tell you right now, with harassment, if you have somebody that's texting you like constantly, like back to back to back, and you're just ignoring them, do they know not to text you? No, they're going to keep doing it. I mean, they're still going to keep doing it even if you tell them not to. But you need that. You need that text that says, you need to stop texting me right now. And then screenshot that. Now, don't go back and delete the text messages that you said, hey, you better not text me again or else, we're going to fight. And then delete that text. Because like I said, it's a tattoo, and I'm going to find it. That's a good question. Any others?
So my question is, I kind of elaborated on the whole process of it. I know like a lot of celebrities, mainly on Twitter, they'll kind of bash other people or even other celebrities. Like, for example, the one that comes into mind is, I don't know if you know John Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen. She gets into a lot of controversies because of her tweets. Does the same rule kind of apply to celebrities as well, would you say? Or do they get an exception because of their high figure?
They think because, are you saying why haven't they gotten in trouble?
Well, as well, but do you personally feel like they have an exception because of their high status kind of way?
Pretty much. That and they honestly, they're going to have the ones who, the victim in that is going to have to want to move forward with that. And sometimes other laws are different in other states. I mean, yeah, there's still going to be harassment, there's still going to be slandering and bullying and stuff like that. But they may have different standards than what Texas has. But yeah, it's basically just comes down to their status as celebrities. They think they're untouchable. Oh, these are really good questions.
This is kind of a dumb question, but
There's no such thing.
Have you ever wanted to search your own name, or have you done that? Like, just like to see what you've done,
Say that again?
Have you ever wanted to search your own name in the engine to see what you've done?
I can't do that.
Oh, shoot, really?
But that doesn't mean I can't tell somebody else to do it.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No, you can't do that. You can't search your own name just because that's going to get a hit, and that's how you can kind of get in trouble and get your licenses taken away.
What do you do when people bleach their phones? Like when they destroy drives and clear the RAM and memory and stuff like that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question one more time?
When people have pictures on their phones and camera rolls and stuff like that, most of the time they destroy drives on their phones and destroy the whole phone. And the term is called bleaching their phone.
Are you asking? Oh, what do I do? Well, there's a little thing called the cloud. I love this century where technology is advancing. You have the cloud. You have other things, other means. And just because you smash it, you can still get into it. You can still hook it up to to a thing on a computer, and that program on that computer will take everything and put it on the computer, and then you can see everything that they tried to smash. Henceforth, that's how we're able to get predators off the streets. Because what do they try to do? They try to burn it. They try to throw it down the drain. They damage it. But the evidence is still there. And technology now, you can get to it. That's a good question.
This is more of a personal question for you. Do you think that having access to all this seemingly private and rather confidential information, I'm thinking the incognito tab, usually people go there with the impression that that's going to be solely between them and what they search. And I know there are some services such as counseling services that are provided online, and such topics and what's conversed between the client and clinician is in hopes confidential, but you guys, from what you've shared, you have access to that. Do you personally think that's ethical?
That's a good question. But here's the thing. It no longer belongs to you. When you look it up, but it's only a violation if we get that out, if we push that information out, which we don't. But if there's information on there and it's not something that that really pertains to the reasoning that we do it, that we're looking in there, then we definitely will back out of that window. But most of the time when we're getting into all that, we have what's called a search warrant. So that search warrant gives us access to anything medical, anything like that, because it has to do with a particular case that we're working. But when we are doing background checks on somebody, and if I see something, because what the screen looks like, it just basically looks like all the websites that they've gone to and searched. And even, social media, again, that no longer belongs to you. That belongs to whatever platform you're using. Again, I'm not saying all this to scare y'all. I'm telling y'all, you got to be careful with what you post, what you search. That's how people have gotten themselves in trouble.
Is it true that there's like an FBI agent behind everybody's cameras on their phones or computers? Or is that just like a myth?
I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. We got it's a short story. We got time? Okay.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's go with the question then.
All right, considering the background check information when getting for jobs, right? I myself have said some pretty outlandish things in a group chat. So like, how do you determine whether something's a joke and when something's real? Like when it comes to, applying for a job.
That's a good question.
Well, it's just like with texting. You're sitting there texting a friend, and you probably think it's a joke, or you're trying to joke, and they take it the wrong way. Has that happened? And then you have to call them and be like, look, I was just joking. Like, that was completely, we're cool. It's the same thing as that. They're probably going to bring it up to you and be like, what's up? You want to tell me about this right here? The most important thing for you to do is just be honest about it. If it's a concern for you, then it probably will be a concern for whatever employer that you're applying to. And if they do a extensive background packet that you have to fill out, just be upfront with them. Just be like, hey, I'm human. I've said some things. I've joked around with friends. It may not seem that way, but yeah. Anybody else? I was gonna like bypass that question. I was gonna tell. I was gonna
maybe
tell
she could
a
just
funny
ask you that
story.
question. I have a question before we, is like, sometimes kids will come up to me and they'll say, hey, Dean, you're on somebody's TikTok or Instagram, or they made a meme about you and stuff like that, and then they show it to me and it's like, whoa, how did that happen? So, but should I report these kids? Yeah. Should I tell my FBI guardian angel about it?
Unfortunately, there's no privacy in the public world anymore. Hence why I'm on YouTube 27 times.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. All right. So, are you just gonna talk to her personally? Are we gonna close right now, or what do you want to do?
I am not going to confirm or deny that somebody. It's cell phones, guys. There are technology now that that's how we were able to get facial recognition on several people before that was even really a thing. How do you get that? I don't know. I really don't know.
All right. Dina, you got anybody else over there real quick? We're good?
We good?
All right.
One more.
Oh, last one.
Where?
So like, what about like VPNs or like encrypted files or stuff like stuff like that?
I love when people try to be sneaky. There's still a way.
There's still a way?
There's still a way.
Then you'll find a better one.
Would you just ask that question for him? Hey, you remember when I said when I ask a question, it's because I already know the answer? I got you.
All right. So there's still a way.
Do what?
There's still the VPN?
Yes.
Okay.
There's still a way.
All right. I'm going to have to get
The most important thing is just be careful with what you do.
I'm going to have to get my people on this in China to see what we can. We've got to come up with some better incognito ways. I'm going to get on the phone right now. Uh-oh, there he is. Okay. We're good?
Hey, real quick.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all are a fan of us on Facebook. We haven't really, gotten to like Instagram and stuff like that. We're not that cool. We're pretty cool. But would it be okay if I posted a picture that I was here today?
All right.
You mind if we take a quick picture? Is anybody opposed? No. Okay, cool. All right. We'll do this side, and then we'll come over here on this side. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Pastor.
I do appreciate it.
All right. Okay, guys. Don't forget as you exit, 5:30 is the deadline to take care of mimosa tickets. So 5:30 tonight, because we have to let the food people know how many people to expect. So 5:30 tonight. If you're having a problem with finances, don't see me. No, seriously, come see me, because I do not want you to miss out because you're $29.50 short. Right? Come talk to me. We'll do it. But anyway, let's give Detective Paul a hand.
Yeah, finally. It
Have a
took
wonderful
little while.
afternoon, everybody.